Some years ago, I had a really good friend. We'd been friends for several decades, but our friendship ended on a pretty rotten note because she was angry that the nature of our relationship changed and I stopped telling her stuff. Now, she brought this all on herself. I never really got a chance to discuss the matter with her because, I decided what's the fucking point. She said if I couldn't give her the relationship that she wanted, then she was, no point in being friends. So I just let it go at that. But the bottom line is she brought that on herself. And let me tell you why. When you've been friends with somebody, you've been through hell and back with that person in your life, and that person's been, in your corner, you tend to be more open and to tell them more details about your life than you would some random stranger or even someone that you just recently met, even if you still consider that person to be a friend. The relationship that this woman and I had was more like sisters. Actually, I was closer to her than I am my own sisters, and that's the truth. But she did a major violation, and that's what I want to talk to you guys about because I keep seeing this pattern amongst women, and I want to bring it to your attention, and then I want you to, of course, fix it. That pattern is that you talk too goddamn much. And not only do you talk too much about stupid shit, which we'll be going into more detail later, you specifically talk to niggas about your friends and relatives' business. Now, that's what got her, that's what basically made me pull back from telling her stuff. Because she was talking too much, again, folks talking too much. And she told me how she had told her husband this and that, blah, 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 about me. And she even had told her teenage daughter certain things about me. Now, both of those situations I felt were totally inappropriate. And you know what? Why does her child need to know my personal affairs? And why does her husband need to know anything about who I'm dating, my sex life, and all this kind of stuff? That just was like a violation to me. And at that moment, I decided to stop telling her stuff, and it made our relationship a little bit odd. I guess she could feel it, and then, ultimately, her big ass mouth destroyed the relationship because I wasn't going to be telling her ass shit after that. I didn't need her husband knowing, all the details of my life like that. That's inappropriate. It's a violation of my privacy. And so if you have somebody who you see can't hold water, you just stop telling them shit. And that's what happened. Now, this is what happens with y'all. Y'all be doing the same thing like she did. Okay, so you really don't have nothing to talk to this nigga about because you don't have shit else going on in your life. So what you tend to do is talk about other people. Now, you don't talk about ideas and concepts and, books that you've read or philosophy or art and, like you're not going to do some political thing. Your level isn't there. And because if it was, you wouldn't have the time to gossip about your friends. So see, this is how I know you don't really have much going on intellectually, and you don't have much going on artistically, you don't have much going on creatively, and you don't really have shit happening in your life. So you got to borrow excitement from your friends and your relatives in order for you to have something to talk about with your man. See, that you need to fix that. Okay, that's the number one thing. You need to fix that. The number two thing is when you talk to your man about some other bitch, you setting yourself up. So see, you can't get mad later when you guys start having problems and he starts confiding in your friend, and the next thing you know, he has dumped you and he's over there. You did that to yourself with your big ass mouth, talking too damn much. Okay, so let's go over some of the things that y'all be telling your men, and you be having your little pillow talk and, having conversations at dinner when you don't really have shit to talk about. So you got to make up some shit that you heard from one of your friends. The number one thing you all want to talk about is your friend's romantic endeavors, shall we say. Your man don't need to know that your friend has an online ad, that your friend's going on internet dates, who your friend met, who your friend fucked, what kind of lingerie you and your friend bought when y'all went out shopping, what kind of birth control she uses, what kind of weight she want to lose. None of that. They don't need to know none of that. Her measurements, her bra size is, it's bigger than mine, but it's smaller than mine, blah, blah. He don't need to know that. He don't need to know nothing about your friend other than her name and that y'all been friends for a long time, and maybe that y'all work together, or that she, her parents are dead. I mean, some basic shit like that. But as far as these details that y'all be sharing about your friends, and what they got going on physically, and that includes their health issues. So and so went to the doctor and she found out that she got fibroids. Why are you focusing your man's attention on some other woman's reproductive system? What are you doing that for? See, y'all just be talking too fucking much. It gets on my nerves, and I hear this all the time. You be out and about and you hear, restaurants and whatnot. I'm going on my little dates, or even if I'm just there by myself, I ear hustle. That's what I do. So I have shit to talk about and get people's perspectives on life. And these women will be sitting there just running off at the mouth. Yeah, Janet this and Chloe that and Leslie this and that and my sister this and that and her husband this and that. And y'all just gossiping. You gossiping with men and giving them information about people that you're close to that he doesn't need to have. Now, we're in a situation when you guys are related and he's your husband, and you're saying, your mom is having some health issues and y'all gonna go to the hospital and visit her, or your daddy or something. That's different. Your sister just had a baby, you go into the hospital to see. That's different. But y'all be talking about, she was doing this and that, and she got a vaginal tear, or so and so gave her an STD. Why does he need to know that? Why is that his business? Or, my friend so-and-so, she just got her second abortion, by this man. I don't know why he don't want to marry her instead of them getting abortions all the time. And I don't know this. Okay, if you don't know why you think he needs to. I mean, you see what I mean? The conversations, like you guys are just these mindless chatterboxes just going off at the mouth, diarrhea of the mouth, for no goddamn sensible reason that I can ever think of. Another thing that y'all do. My friend, she just kind of a hoe, but I still like her anyway. She just fuck anybody. She met this dude at the club, and then the next thing you know, she brought the nigga home and blah, 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 blah. Okay, now think about that. Really think about what you're doing. Let's walk through this, because I see y'all not good at walking through these steps. Okay, your friend is single. Your friend is dating. Your friend is looking for a relationship. Maybe she just got out of one. Maybe she just got divorced. I mean, whatever. The fact that she's dating shows that she's looking for, some guy to be with. Now, you and your man aren't married. And even if you are, you still telling him little titillating facts about your friend. You're letting him know that she's dating. You're letting him know that she's vulnerable. You're letting him know that she's having sex with these different dudes. You're telling him all this stuff, all this business. So now, if you happen to have a kind of trifling nigga, please explain to me how he's not going to use that information that you gave him. You volunteered this now to go and try to holler at your friend. Even if he doesn't do it himself, let me tell you the next level game. They gonna set your friend up with one of their friends, right? Now, you think that that's cute. You think, we can go out as a foursome. It'll be all great and grand and wonderful. In reality, them two motherfuckers are creating a situation where his buddy is gonna be fucking your friend and telling the friend about it, telling your man about it. Because what it is, it's like vicarious fucking. So he's going to get to, kind of be like a little voyeur into their sex life, so he can pretend like it's him. So see, but you did that. You in your big ass mouth just set your friend up. And sometimes it's even worse than that, because you be talking about your friend's money. I found out that she makes $150,000 a year. She just got a $40,000 bonus. So she bought this car that costs $70,000 and she paid cash. And, she told me this, she told me that, she told me this. Okay, she's telling you because you're her friend. She's not telling your man. It's not his business what she got and how much money she makes, or what promotion she got at work and how much more money she's going to be making now. It's not his business, because what you did now, now you got your friend, your man is curious. So again, it opens the door for him and some of his no good ass friends to set your friend up to be used, to be gamed on. So he's gonna get this one of his player friends to go in there and figure out how he's gonna get some of this money from her that you told him that she has, because you have a big ass mouth. So see, this is one of the reasons why I think sometimes it's really good that you don't have women don't have too many friends because y'all talk too much. You tell too much of your business. And it's the kind of thing like, um, it makes a very uncomfortable situation for your friend to know that you're revealing her secrets like that. And then it creates a very interesting and high risk position for you to be in your own relationship. Another thing that women love to talk about is the emotional trauma that either they or their friends or family members have suffered. When you tell, okay, it's like this. Any of the stuff I'm talking about, if your friend wanted your nigga that you dicking down to know this stuff, she would have told him herself. So the fact that she hasn't told him, that means she don't want him to know. So why do you think it's in your best interest or hers to go and blab all these things about your friend, your sister, your cousin, your mama, your next door neighbor, any woman that your man has access to? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Y'all need to think. You just talking, running your mouth. You need to zip it. Just stop talking. Just shut up. Learn to be the strong, silent type, or sit there and just look pretty or something. I mean, don't talk so much. It's not necessary for your man to know all the drama that's going on in your sister's and her husband's marriage. You know what I mean? The next thing you know, then he over there trying to get at your sister, and then you're gonna be mad at her. But no. You did that. You set that dynamic in motion by letting him know that your sister is emotionally vulnerable and going through it with her husband and will probably get a divorce. That's not, if she wanted him to know, she would have told him. I have to keep reiterating that because people don't seem to get it. You talk about when you with your man, talk about yourself. Talk about the life that you two have together. Talk about your job. Talk about your business. You don't talk about other women's business to your man. They don't need to know. And in a situation where you guys might be having some, family conflicts or whatever, the only reason that you would need to talk about that is if you guys are going to some kind of family event and this, excuse me, these two people might get into it and, you don't want him to be broadsided by the potential conflict. Well, then, yeah, you might say something about that to kind of warn him, so and so and so and so is kind of beefing and, just be ready because if I give you the signal, we're going to hit the door and leave. I mean, but still, you don't need to tell him what the beef is about. Even if you know, you don't need to tell him because unless he's your husband, there's not his relatives and he don't fucking need to know. You can bet he's not telling you all his business about his family, so why do you think you need to tell him all the business about yours? But the main thing here is that, you guys really, like, my ex-friend, you tell people, okay, your girlfriends tell you stuff in confidence. They tell you things that are, woman to woman as their friend. You have to learn to keep your mouth shut about the stuff that your friends tell you. And they're doing it, women have traditionally provided each other with that kind of psychological and emotional support. If you are the kind of woman who throws your friends under the bus behind a man and what you trying to do to make sure that you keep things interesting and spicy in your relationship so you be telling stuff about other people, then like I said, you need to get your act together and make yourself a more interesting person so that you have more to talk about. Get some hobbies, get some interests. Your hobbies should never be gossiping about other people. Like I said, you just set your friends up, and actually for you as well, to be maneuvered and manipulated into some bullshit, and you would have done it all to yourself by blabbing too much. So shut up about your friends' sex lives, shut up about your friends' health issues, shut up about your friends' money, shut up about whatever, anything to do with your friends, really. And if you got a man who asks you questions about your friends, you really need to watch his ass. Oh, how is so-and-so doing? Just out the blue. Why you want to know, nigga? Why is that your business? Shut that shit down. Don't be telling his ass shit. Because no matter why he's asking, he doesn't need to ask. He can just wait until you've, volunteered or say so-and-so said for me to tell you hi or, congratulations on something or, hope you enjoyed the game or her team won, your team lost, some little bullshit, funny stuff like that. But you never, so-and-so's inviting us over for dinner for the holiday with her family, something along those lines. That's the only time that you should be mentioning your friends to your man. Okay, I hope you guys get this. I hope this is very clear. I have a couple of more points to make, but I'm going to break these up into separate videos because not each situation is going to apply to everyone. But I really feel like this is the top one that women do, and they don't even realize the ramifications and problems that are developed because you can't keep your goddamn mouth closed about your friend's business and your other female your female friends and female relatives business, and you be telling it all to your man. You need to quit. Anyway, this is Deborah Cooper from survivingdating.com. I hope you enjoyed the video. Talk to you guys soon.